We're back with another episode, y'all. I had a few people ask me, you know, can I teach you guys how to park? So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go over some parallel parking, and then I'm gonna try and go into some like empty parking lots. Well, not empty parking lot, but some parking lots, and just, you know, do some parking there. So let's see if we could find some spots out here on the road to park. Is one? Nope, that's not it. Let's see. Spot right here under this tree. That's what you do. You pull up next to the vehicle, boom, 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 right? Put your car in reverse, and then you start cutting your wheel right there, boom. See how my car is now going into an angle into that spot, right? And what I like to do is I like to get close to the vehicle, and once I get past the rear tire is when I'll start to cut my wheel, right? And you'll see, like, yes, I'm getting very close to the car, but you'll notice I'm still backing up with space, and I'm getting close to the curb, right? So look, boom, 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 and now I'm fully in that spot. And if you can see on the rear camera, I also still have space to move back. But since I'm already in the spot, I'm now going to put it in drive. I'm going to turn my steering wheel all the way and then straighten my vehicle out. Don't hit the curb. You see how I turned my steering wheel all the way to the right first, moved it, and then started to adjust it as I went forward. Then you put your car back in reverse. If you want to get closer to the curb, obviously turn the wheel and then straighten it up. As you can see right there, I'm getting closer to the curb, and as you can hear, my car has a sensor to let me know when I'm getting closer to another vehicle. Then I straighten out again, and we're parked. As you can see, we're in the parking spot. We have space behind us, we have space in front of us, and we can maneuver. Now, to pull out that parking spot, right, you're gonna put your car in drive, obviously, and then you put your turn signal on, and you cut your wheel all the way, and you pull out that parking spot. Now, if it was a tighter spot, I would have had to move forward and reverse, then move forward and reverse, but you guys get the gist. So let's try and find another spot. This one right here too. Yeah, this one right here. This one's tight too. All right, good spot right here. Boom, right? Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna pull up next to this vehicle, put my car in reverse. I'm gonna put my butt of my car into that spot. And then right now I'm cutting my wheel, cutting my wheel, cutting my wheel, cutting my wheel, cutting my wheel. I'm getting closer to the other vehicle, right? Now I'm gonna stop, move forward, right? Then I'm reverse again, and I'm gonna get closer to the curb now. So you wanna cut your wheel towards the curb, right? Then you're gonna adjust it, just like that. Then you're gonna move forward, right? And I'm gonna keep doing that same thing that I just did. Backing up, cutting the wheel one way, cut it the other way, then move forward. Back up again. And the reason that I'm backing up again is because whenever you are, hold on. The reason why I backed up a second time is whenever you parallel parking and you get into a parking spot, you always want to back up closer to the car behind you versus being on the car in front of you, because to get out, you have to reverse. Same thing that I was trying to teach you guys in my other video when I was talking about backing into parking spots. You can never be in a parallel parking situation and you're up on the car and you're trying to leave and you pull forward. You have to reverse. If you are up on the car, right, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to reverse into the street first to get your car out. I'm gonna go outside, even though it is raining. I wish I had my proof case. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna show you guys the job. So as you can see, right, we're close, but we still have enough space where we could walk through. We're not all up on the curb, but we could get closer, but we're also not as far as that car is. You see? And we have space in front of us. So now when I pull out, watch what's gonna happen when I pull out. Car is in drive, right? Then you reverse. And now I have enough space to pull out. Ooh, right here. Ooh. I don't know if I can fit there, but let's see. Let's see if I can fit there. Nah, I don't think I can. No, I can't fit here. So what I did was I drove up on the sidewalk. I'm on the sidewalk right now. And the reason that I'm on the sidewalk is because that's the only way I'm gonna fit into the spot. Here we go. I'm gonna go outside so y'all can see it, but just know that I am on the sidewalk, but I did fit into the spot. See? So nothing extra super crazy, but I did fit into the spot, like I told you guys I would. Get some air in my tire. Now this is the hard part, getting out of this spot. It's gonna be very difficult. It's gonna cause me to do a lot of pulling forward and backing up, like you're gonna see me do it right now. And probably got one more. Yeah, one more. There you go, people. Parallel parking. Let's see if I could find some other spots. I wasn't trying to do a quick ass stop. Ooh, right there. Right there. We're gonna park right there. So we're gonna bust a U-turn. Nobody's coming. All right. Busting a U-turn. I'm not sure if this car is gonna back out or not. But look, right? Pull up to the spot. We're gonna reverse it to that spot. Then you're gonna pull forward. And you go back up some more. And now you're in the spot. This spot I didn't go deep into because it is a bigger spot. As far as like, you see the line is right there. It means they're telling you about how much space you have to park, which is a lot more than you need to park. So essentially, like, basically you don't have to go to the line is what I'm saying in this situation. I'm glad that they have it. That's a spot. This is a spot right here. Ooh, it's a nice one. This is a nice tight one. I don't even know if I could fit in there. There's a car behind me. There's a car behind me. Go around, go around, go around, go around. Thank you. Like, how would you sit behind me with my reverse lights on, you bozo? I hate when people do that. All right, so I'm going into the spot now. I cut my wheel too late. Fuck me. I'm in there. There's a cop. This car like a cop car. They got a little thing on the top. You see a little thing on the top? I don't know what that is, right? So now I'm in the spot. And there we go. I know people be like, why you keep hitting your emergency brake? I always park and put my emergency brake on just in case, you never know. And if you're ever parking on a hill, up a hill, down a hill, you should always put your emergency brake on. Always, because you never know. So let me get out and show y'all real quick. Look at this one. See that? Again, I have enough space to walk through. I'm not on the curb, on the sidewalk, and I'm close enough. I also have enough space to come out right here. So once again, man, the parallel parking, it is not that hard. You just have to go practice doing it. I'm gonna turn off my sensor because I'm sick of hearing that joint. I'm sick of hearing it. I know y'all probably sick of the sensor too. And what's happening is my I know y'all keep hearing like the little squeaky sound. So the way my vehicle is set up is whenever you reverse and your front windshield wipers are on, the back one is gonna automatically like start wiping once or twice. So that's why it keeps squeak, because it ain't really that wet in the back window. And I also need a new back windshield wiper, but that's a whole different story. There's a park right there too. Right here, that's a driveway. This is a spot right here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. I swear I turned this goddamn sensor off. Oh, that's because that vehicle. Okay. Get close. All right, let's show y'all this one. Y'all ready? In the line, close to the vehicle, but still have enough space that I can walk through. Not on the curb, but I'm also close to the curb, and we still have enough space in front of this vehicle. Let me show you how to pull forward into a parking spot too. So I'm gonna bust a U-turn. I'm gonna pull forward into that spot right there. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, 'cause I'm about to bust a UE. Go ahead. Go ahead, you had good, go ahead too, yep. You see how I'm waiting for people and I'm not just turning, right? So look, I'm gonna pull forward into that spot. Now, the best thing to do when you're pulling forward into a spot is to go on the curb. And I'm gonna show you exactly why. So I'm on the curb right now, and now I'm off the curb, right? I'm off the curb, and now watch this. Now all I have to do is literally cut my wheel a little bit. I'm already in between the lines, and I'm in the parking spot. And look at that. Let me get out real quick and show you guys this. Well, look. You see that? And look. And then I have tons of space up there. So that is exactly why I drove onto the curb, to help me get closer to the curb. And then I reverse into a spot. I also have a truck. That curb also isn't very high. So yeah, man, I really hope these help. But like I said, let me try and go to a, and then like I said, you back up close to the vehicle, so that when you pull out, it's just a simple so all you have to do to pull out now. What I always tell you guys is to reverse into a parking spot, right? So you're gonna pull forward into one, right? And now you're at a spot where you can automatically pull out. You don't have to reverse it. All we have to do is pull out. Let's say I wanted to park over there, right? Or right there in that spot right there. That spot right there next to the handicap, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull forward, and I'm gonna pull my car to an angle that's like I'm gonna hit this Mazda right here, this red Mazda, and then I'm gonna reverse into this parking spot. You ready? Watch. So you see, I pull out, boom, put it in reverse, and now when I cut my wheel, I can easily just fit into the spot using my mirrors to park. You see that? Y'all seen that? Very simple. So pulling into parking spots in a parking lot is very simple. You just need to learn angles. Once you figure out angles and how long your car is and how long it's going to take your car to turn this way or turn that way, see how long it's taking them to reverse out of the parking spot versus that person who just pulled out immediately. Y'all see the difference there? I hope I got that. That's a great example. Now look, all right, pull forward. Look at that one too. See how easy it is to just pull out of a parking spot versus backing out of one? But I need to go to the Spanish people. I need to see if my tire got a, what are you doing, you bozo? I need to see if my tire has a slow leak or what, because my shit keeps, all right, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm gonna go. I will holla at y'all. I hope this video helps, and if you need help, oh shit, they might be, they closed. And if you need help, I would tell you guys to just drive around and start parking. Literally drive where you are, drive around and go park in a random parking spot. That's the easiest way to learn how to parallel park. Do it in, you know, more so like a city, but also do it on streets that aren't busy, like the streets that I was on, because that way you don't have to worry about people rushing you, and you could take your time and stuff. So there was a hole in there. I know I wasn't tripping. I know I wasn't tripping. Another thing I want to add, when you're parking, don't be afraid to adjust yourself. You see how many times I adjust myself in that video, in all of these videos? You're not gonna always pull into a parking spot and be 100% straight every single time. Sometimes you're not going to. Sometimes there are gonna be people behind you who are in the way. Sometimes there's going to be people that don't park straight themselves, so then it's hard for you to adjust yourself behind them. Don't be afraid to adjust the way that you're parking. Don't be afraid to back up and pull forward, and back up and pull forward. Don't be afraid to back into a parking spot and then you don't get it, and then you pull out and back all the way back in. Don't be afraid to do that, people. I'm trying to find a smaller spot for you guys to park in. This spot right here, boom, 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 right? So look, I pull forward, right? Line myself up with that car, put in reverse. I start to cut my wheel. I'm cutting my wheel. My cut is wheel all the way cut. Now I'm uncutting the wheel. See how I get close to that vehicle? And then I continue to back up into a parking spot. Now in this spot, I cut my wheel too soon, so I'm not as close to the curb. So now I'm pulling forward, put my steering wheel that way, and then straighten myself out. And you see now I'm a little bit closer. Now I'm gonna reverse and cut my wheel all the way this way. Get close to that curb right there. And then pull forward again, right? And then you reverse, cut the wheel again. You wanna get closer to that curb. And I'm gonna get out and show you how close I was to the curb. I'm not sure if you guys were looking at my mirror. I'm not sure if the camera caught my mirror, but when I first backed into this parking spot, I cut my wheel too soon and I wasn't close enough to that curb. Now look at this. Still enough space for me to walk through, and look at that, right next to the curb. So when I first pulled into the parking spot, I was a lot further away than the curb. That's why I had to reverse my wheel this way, back the car up more this way, straighten it, pull it forward that way, and back it up this way. Like I said, once you know your angles and your vehicle, it's a, oh shit, when I caught on fire, it's a lot easier for you to park. Let me pull out one more time. And now you see how close I was to that car. Now all I have to do is just cut my wheel. See, I didn't have to reverse and back up to leave this parking spot. See? Another one right here, boom, right down the street. Now I'm 2 cars behind, so now this cut is gonna be a little bit different. Boom, cutting right now, cutting right now, cutting right now, cutting right now, cutting right now. There's a guy in that car too, right? I'm gonna hit the curb most likely. Boom, I'm on the curb right now, right? Moving forward, backing up. Y'all see how easy that was, right? And I'm gonna get out and show you this one too. I still have enough space to walk my skinny ass through here. Right on the curb. I shouldn't have been that close to the curb, but boom. See, I'm in the spot. And now let me show you how to adjust this right here. So now you see that I'm on the curb, right? I'm gonna show you how to simply adjust that. So what you're gonna do to fix that is we're gonna pull the car forward, but we're also gonna cut the wheel this way, right? Right? Then when we back up, we're gonna back up this way. It's gonna cause us to go on the curb a little bit, but then it's gonna cause that back tire to move out of the way of the curb. Now watch. Now it's not gonna be a lot. It's not like I moved a whole bunch, but watch. See, I'm not on the curb anymore. Now I'm gonna reverse, right? But when you're reversing out of the parking spot like this, you're gonna cut your wheel. So I start cutting my wheel as I reverse. Put your signal on so people know that you're turning. There's a vehicle right there, but I'm gonna wait for that vehicle, even though I should have went. And the reason why I say I'm gonna wait is because I don't know if I have enough space to clear right here, right? But I do. So I really hope this helps people. And like I said before, don't be afraid to pull out and pull back into a parking spot. There's nothing wrong with that. Tell people to go, right? So now I'm gonna pull into this spot. I don't have to parallel park here, and all I have to do is pull forward. So this is how we're gonna go about this spot, right? You start to move into the parking spot. Now, obviously you can't see the curb, but you know the curb is gonna be there. So this is what I tell people, and this is what I do. When you're pulling into a parking spot, like I showed you on the other video, go up on the curb just a little bit. I'm on the curb, I'm off of it, right? Now, all you have to do is just reverse your vehicle. Look in your mirror, reverse. Look in this mirror. If you want, look back here so you know when you're getting close to that vehicle, and you can stop like that. Say I wanted to pull up there, the same thing, right? Let's go into another pull forward spot. I'm actually gonna make a U-turn and park right there, right? So now we're looking, nobody's coming, nobody's behind us. We're busting a U-turn, right? I'm gonna get very close to the curb, and then we're gonna park. Right, and let's go see. I don't think we're super close to the curb. We might have, there's some dog shit, so we're not gonna step there. Boom. I thought I had a little bit more space. Right there, I'm not on the curb. And then we're simply gonna put that home in reverse and just reverse out. But you keep your steering wheel straight when you're doing that, because if not, you're gonna end up on the curb. Now I'm gonna bust another U-turn because I don't wanna go this way. Oh, it's crazy. You can see the pollen in the puddle, bro. That's a puddle. Boom, right? Pull into this parking spot. Went on the curb, but the curb I went into was their driveway. And now we simply just reverse. That's it. You simply just reverse. Now, what I could do is I could back up all the way to that vehicle that's behind me, right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to, right? And this is when being a smart driver and understanding driving and parking comes into play. Now I'm gonna move up a little bit, right? And the reason I'm gonna do that is because if I move up, someone can fit right here. This is a parking spot. So that's why it's smart to understand where you are and also be a considerate driver, right? So now, if I move up a little bit right there, right? These people still, I can move up further if I want to, but these people still have enough space to get out of their view. I could move right here, honestly, because they don't open this part, right? But the line is to right there, so I stopped right there, right? And now somebody can easily park right here. So that's why I always tell y'all, be considerate of other people when you're driving, and that includes parking too. That includes pulling into a parking spot in like a big lot or whatever. Matter of fact, we're gonna go there. I'm gonna go into a big parking spot lot area and show y'all what I mean about parking. Why would you do that? Why in the hell would you do that? My bad, y'all, my camera died. So let's go park in this spot over here to the left, right? So look, boom. Always make your turn wide in a parking lot. It's a lot easier. And now I'm in between both lines. You can see from my mirrors, I'm in between both lines, right? Say we want to go park over there. Let's pick a random spot over here, right? Right here next to the medium thing, right? So boom, you get close to it, you angle yourself up. Obviously there's no cars here, so I can kind of move into that spot a little bit and then reverse into this parking spot. Let's try and go into a spot between two people. We found one right here, right? Yep, right here. So I'm gonna pull into this angle as if, I'm gonna pull into this parking spot as if I was just regularly driving, right? Because everybody likes to pull forward into parking spots, right? So right here between these two vehicles, between this van and this Rogue, right? So look, you see how I'm already over here? I make my turn wide, and then you go into the spot. It's gonna look like you're gonna hit the car, but once you figure out your vehicle and your angles, then you can figure out when you need to cut the wheel, how wide you need to make your turn based on how wide your vehicle is or how narrow your vehicle is, right? But you right, make my angle, you get close to that parking spot and you cut your wheel. Put it in reverse, you cut your wheel again, and then you reverse into that spot. Use your mirrors and you reverse into the spot. Only rely on this camera to see how close you are to something. And that's why they have the different views, so you can see exactly how close you are to something. Other than that, you don't need to use this camera when you are reversing. And now I'm in between these two cars. Now let's say, oh hey mama. Now let's say boom, right here, right? Get closer to them, right? Pull this way, put your car in reverse, and then cut your wheel and go into that parking spot. I know it's easy to look right here and be like, okay, I can look right here and I can adjust based off here. You can, but you don't want to rely on this because you want to know how to drive without technology. That is a downfall for humanity. That is, especially in these vehicles, is technology. But y'all see how I literally just pulled into like 4 or 5 different spots. Very smooth, very easy. There was no there was no I need to second guess where I'm going. You just pull into that spot. Now to pull out, because I seen some stupid ass comment like, oh, when you reverse in and now it's a big truck and a Tahoe and a Suburban. All right, so this vehicle is tinted, so I can't see who's coming this way. The back of this vehicle is tinted also, just like all SUVs come with standard tint on the back. I think it's like somebody looking for their piece of shit car right there. All right, so now I can't see anybody coming that way, I can't see anybody coming this way. So what you do is you slowly itch your car forward. Y'all see that? And you look and see if anybody's coming, and when you realize the coast is clear, then you pull out. A nice suit, bro. Y'all see that? I hope this video helps you. If it doesn't, leave me some questions, leave me some comments, and let me know what it is I should work on as far as when I'm teaching you guys all this stuff. I'm not sure what he's doing because he didn't have a signal on. And also remember to don't be afraid to tell somebody, like, go around you. Stick your hand out the window, tell them go around you. If you're trying to park and they're not paying attention, they just end up behind you. Because that always happens to me whenever I'm trying to record these videos. Same thing here, right? Pulling forward, cut your wheel, and then you adjust. Reverse and you adjust. Reversed and you adjust. When you're pulling into a parking spot, you want to pull in a little bit and then cut your wheel, because if not, you will hit the curb. All right, y'all.